As the air cools and the days shorten, it's evident that a new season is upon us. Our garden had a pretty good year, but it's now yielding its final produce, and while we're transitioning through the changing seasons, the garden is getting ready for a winter nap. I'm currently in the process of gathering the final batch of our homegrown peppers and preserving them through canning and freezing. As the colder months roll in, it's time to shift our focus to indoor kitchen endeavors. This year, I'm especially grateful for the generosity of my neighbor Tony. In her first ever venture into pig farming, my neighbor did an incredible job raising 4 pigs. Their journey was filled with love, care, and even a few delightful scratches. And as a heartfelt gesture, she's gifted me the precious fat from these well-loved pigs. I've had the privilege of connecting with Tony, the force behind Clucks and Quacks, on Facebook. Her story is truly inspiring. Tony's passion lies in raising ducks, chickens, and even geese, and she takes it a step further by personally handling some of the chicken harvesting process. I could go on for hours sharing her incredible journey, but I'll let her page do the talking. She's an exceptional teacher and the very embodiment of a dedicated homesteader. When it comes to rendering lard from a pig, there are 3 primary types of fat to consider. The belly fat, often used for bacon, the leaf fat, found around the kidneys and prized for baking, and then there's the back fat. What we have here is the back fat, and it's an ideal choice for various cooking purposes. Cooler weather means it's time to indulge in the joys of cooking and baking. I have a particular fondness for hearty soups and stews during the colder months. A classic favorite in our household is the timeless comfort of chicken and dumplings. While the internet is brimming with chicken and dumplings recipes, I'm confident I've stumbled upon the ultimate one. You'll find the complete mouth-watering recipe in the description box below. The true joy of cooking and baking for me lies in the utilization of ingredients that we cultivated with our own hands. It's incredibly fulfilling to reach for an onion or garlic, knowing that these ingredients are the fruits of our dedication and hard work in the garden. When you consult the dictionary for the term homesteader, you'll find that I don't necessarily conform to its traditional definition, and in truth many of us won't. Originally, it referred to someone settling and cultivating land granted by the government, primarily in historical context. However, in today's context, being a homesteader embodies a lifestyle rooted in self-sufficiency. It revolves around subsistence, agriculture, preserving food at home, and often includes small-scale production of textiles, clothing, and craft work, whether for personal or for sale. I used to believe that it would take countless years to establish my credentials as a capable homesteader. However, that perspective has evolved. My focus now is on self-reliance. Achieving complete independence may be a gradual journey, and I might not ever reach 100%. But I take pride in the progress that I've made thus far. I'm committed to a lifelong journey of learning. While I embrace the present, I'm equally eager to delve into the wisdom of the past. It's why I'm dedicated to growing my own food, honing harvesting skills, perfecting animal husbandry, and mastering the arts of bread making and fat rendering. I find myself drawn to the timeless traditions of our ancestors. Learning the old ways is like uncovering a treasure trove of timeless knowledge. It's about understanding the age-old practices of self-sufficiency and sustainability that have been passed down through the ages. These are the skills of our ancestors who knew how to grow their own food, care for animals, and create wholesome meals from scratch. By embracing these traditions, we not only enrich our own lives, but we also pay homage to the wisdom of those who came before us. Bringing nourishing and comforting meals to my family fills me with a profound sense of pride. The skill of crafting satisfying dishes from pantry essentials is immensely gratifying. Sitting down together at the family table is a tradition I hold dear, and I hope it carries on, and also creates lasting memories for my children. I've been nurturing this sourdough starter since March, and tonight is the night I finally mustered the courage to try my hand at making bread. While I won't be sharing detailed steps, I'll be sure to leave the full recipe in the description below. It's a humble beginning on my sourdough journey, and I invite you to join me on this adventure. Sourdough is simply flour, water, and wild yeast. Though the natural fermentation process requires patience, the rewards are truly worthwhile. Sourdough is easier to digest because during its natural fermentation, the lactic acid bacteria produce an enzyme called phytase, which helps break down phytic acid. This makes the bread easier on our stomachs. Alexa, set the timer for 45 minutes. Work on our homestead never truly ceases. It's a continuous, year-round endeavor. Even though the harvesting season has concluded, we're now gearing up to prepare the garden for the upcoming garlic planting. While I've had experience with regular garlic for the past 3 years, this time we're venturing into the world of elephant garlic. With the package having just arrived today, we're excited to dive into the garlic planting project later this week for the garlic harvest next year. I have to say, I am pleasantly surprised by how well my sourdough bread turned out. Sourdough has a reputation for being quite challenging, but I did it. These loaves have turned out beautifully. I have to be honest with you though, I don't always have the opportunity of baking from scratch. Recently I attended a dinner and received the sweetest compliment. Well, I took it as a compliment. My friend mentioned that she hesitated to bring anything store-bought for me to eat. And we both had a good laugh because, truth be told, I rely on store-bought options quite a bit, especially during the busy summer months when baking really takes a back seat. I admit I was a bit ambitious and aimed for the maximum amount of lard in this batch. In hindsight, I should have taken it off the heat a day earlier, but I let it go a little longer, which resulted in a slightly darker hue. However, this lard is still perfectly suitable for cooking, and when stored in the fridge, it should stay good for anywhere from 6 months to a year. You've been amazing for tuning into my fall video. Our homestead is constantly abuzz with projects, and I'm thrilled to have you join us on this journey. If you've enjoyed what you've seen, please consider subscribing, and until we meet again, remember to stay curious, stay inspired, and keep exploring the wonders of the season.